Okay. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah. Today we'll talk about UAE tourism. We talked about it in the previous chapter, but this is we'll just talk about numbers now. Numbers. Okay. In 2016, Dubai received almost 15 million tourists. I actually visited the country. In 2018, as I remember, in 2018, almost 16 million people visited Dubai as tourists. Okay, now in Abu Dhabi, they received almost 4 million and a half tourists. Sharjah received almost 2 million tourists. Ras Al Khaimah is targeting 1 million visitors in 2018 and 2019, of course, and 3 million visitors in 2025. Okay, now Ras Al Khaimah, if you remember in the previous chapter, they are trying to increase their port to attract more companies because they had, I think, 7,500 companies in their free zone. And apart from attracting the companies, they want to make like some tourist attractions so that they attract more tourists. So a tourist who comes to Dubai for a visit for 1 or 2 days or 3 days, he can go to Abu Dhabi for a few days and then he can go to Ras Al Khaimah and of course Sharjah and Fujairah and Ajman as well, and the other Emirates. Okay, now but Ras Al Khaimah wants to find something unique to their part so that they actually attract people. In 2016, the revenues in UAE were about 12% of the total GDP of the country. Now it's almost $43 billion. Now this is about tourism. So the money that came only from tourism sector, apart from the industry, from education, from health sector, from trade, from the ports, from Jebel Ali, it's only from this side, so almost 12%. So tourism plays a major role. Of course, apart from oil and gas, it plays a major role to the country. Okay, about 317,500 people were working in travel and tourism throughout the country. And I think this number has increased too recently. Now, by 2027, 410,000 jobs expected, more than the 300 jobs that they already have. Okay, so it's almost 700,000 or 800,000 jobs only in tourism sector. So with diversification in general terms, the diversification, one of the major things that it aims at, apart from on top of attracting investments, they actually cause creating jobs in the country, and this influences positively to the country and to the people inside, and increases the salaries, and then the purchase rate increases inside the country itself. Okay, and people will be happy and even happier. Now, investments was $7 billion in 2016, but it's expected to reach $20 billion in 2027. This is investment in tourism sector only. Okay, fine. Now, some of the important attractions in UAE, there are hundreds of attractions in UAE, but some of the major things that actually everyone in the world knows about. Burj Khalifa. Burj Khalifa, this is like a quick summary of Burj Khalifa. It's the tallest building in the world. It's like 829 meters high. It's one of the most important and landmark, not only in Dubai, but for the whole country in UAE. So if you ask anyone in the world where's Burj Khalifa, they will just point at Dubai and UAE, United Arab Emirates. Now, it has the longest travel distance elevator in the world. Okay, now Sheikh Zayed Mosque, this is in Abu Dhabi, this is in Dubai, Burj Khalifa. Sheikh Zayed Mosque, it's in Abu Dhabi. Now, it took 20 years to finish it. It opened 2007. It holds 40,000 people to pray there. It's a mixture of Ottomans and Fatimiyya, Fatimid, and Mamluki styles. Okay. Now, Al Hajar Mountains. Al Hajar Mountains is so famous mountains, are just so high. Its mountain series extended from Ras Al Khaimah to Oman. It's an ideal place for lovers of nature and who likes hiking and sightseeing. Now, do you remember Al Hajar Mountains? I told you about Al Hajar Mountains that has played a major role to the country in the past. Like 3,000 years ago, if you remember, I told you about there was a trade of copper, copper. Do you remember that? And yeah, that's the major thing. Now, Sharjah Art Museum. It's not only the art museum. There's an Islamic museum. There are like 5 or 6 different museums in Sharjah, but this is one of the major things. It talks about history. Talks about history as well. It has works of the Arab artists and European artists as well. Okay. There are other attractions like Jabal Hafid in Al Ain, Pastakia in Dubai, the desert beaches. There are many nice beaches, especially the Jumeirah beach. It's excellent. And Dubai Creek, Dow Bright, and Bidia Mosque, shopping malls, restaurants, international airports, and the international events and championships. Okay. These are the major things that you need to know about tourism. I know that you know about tourism in UAE, and but this is only a reminder and a quick summary of what we have discussed, like in class. Okay, thank you.